Howdy y'all, it's been a minute. Happy to be back. This is the official reboot of the channel. Things got put on the back burner because of one major factor was that I'm opening a mini four-wheel drive shop here in Greece, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. There's a lot of logistics because I actually bought the shop. I'm not leasing it, renting it, I bought the property, I bought the shop. So it's been a long process to get to this point of now they're full on building it out. 2 weeks, and I think they said 2 weeks and like a couple days, and the shop will be built and done. That of the wood and stuff. So then I could put in the track and move forth with actually, making it a mini four-wheel drive hobby shop instead of just a bare bones shop. But with all that said, I haven't released anything since the last time we went on an adventure to Italy for the Wolf Reverse Team tournament, and is for the reason of, yes, the shop, there's a lot of things going on, but there's a couple others to it. That tournament I went to is, I believe, Atomia Italia hosted event, and even if it's not, it's a mini four-wheel drive event that has set rules, and throughout the event, rules were starting to be changed. People were very unfriendly once the racing, not even once the racing began, once I entered the garage Le Mans. And that had to do with the whole reason of me taking best time overall and placing pretty decent. Second is still pretty decent. The first time, or the previous time I went out. This past time I went out, I was hoping to do better. Second was cool, but I wanted first. And I wanted also to do, again, the best lap overall. But my strategy changed. I went from wanting to be very fast to be very consistent, because I was being told to change things on my car mid-race. And for you guys who race a lot or have raced, once you have a car set up, it's pretty much set for that race, especially once you're traveling abroad. And when you are amongst other racers who are not of your, you could say, ethnicity, of your just overall group of friends, it is very intimidating when you got like 30 racers biting at your neck because you're doing good and you're a foreigner, you're an outsider. Not myself only, but my family invest a lot of money into me traveling. So obviously we want to do good. I want to do good. But with how things were displayed through the last video, if you go back and watch, for it being such a put together event, racers were, Ravi, my fiance, who is also the camera woman, raced, and you could see how people were being very just kind of off-putting to her, off-putting to the fact that we were doing well. And bottom line, when it came time for us to leave, I was pretty excited too. And that's not something I like to say for a mini four-wheel drive event or anything mini four-wheel drive related, because I love the hobby. I love the whole nature of building something that's a model, and you go race with people who have the same. It's like cars, real cars in the end of the day, but on smaller scale. So when I got back here after that, it kind of struck me hard, because also not just the event but the trip itself was a little tough on the way back. And so, I took a step back from making videos. I wanted to gather myself. I was just kind of getting over, or going through the process of adapting to my new surroundings, since I made such a big move here to Greece. I'm now kind of more settled. I had a bad motorcycle accident happen not too long ago, so healed. I'm feeling better. Thankful I'm alive. And we're here rebooting the channel and talking about, these trips, because not many people have this opportunity to take these trips and race with all these amazing racers. In the end of the day, it is mini four-wheel drive. And when it comes to open class, the level of competition is so high that people forget to have the enjoyment and fun while racing. If you noticed at the end of the last video, I kind of just gave up. If you saw in my posture and how I was presenting myself, I said screw it, and I was hoping just to do all right. I didn't care if I came second, third, whatever place. I didn't care. I told Robbie, forget it. Let's not get best time overall. Let's not stop focusing on winning. Let's have some fun. And what happened? We walked away with second, third, I believe fourth and fifth. And that was because we had fun. That's a big factor a lot of people forget in a lot of things, that you start to focus so much emphasis on the competition side of it, and you forget to focus emphasis on the fun aspect, the reason you got into doing what you're doing. So for all this talking, it was just also a disappointment that, you go to another place and there'd be only, out of all these racers, there'd be only literally, I think it was like 2 or 3 racers that were so welcoming and just really good guys and gals through the whole time. And I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I don't want to say names. I don't want to say names about who is crappy, but it's just a way of racing in the end of the day. Some people know how to handle being in the position of losing. Some people don't know how to be in the position. I myself has always been in the underdog position, so I like proving forward that I can do better than the previous time. Anyways, with cutting that short, the trip was still all right. Back in black, and I'm feeling good. We got quite a few projects lined up. If they're not projects, they're going to be videos talking about parts. They're going to be videos talking about how to assemble maybe new bumpers, new dampeners, maybe even just kind of refurbish maybe some old videos that weren't very done right for racing nowadays, that I feel like maybe they need to be redone. But we have I'm have a lot lined up to get done. And thankfully I have Ravi's support with this, because it does take a lot of time to do these videos and editing. So with little to be said, we got a B-roll of footage of the new build, and it's gonna be pictures and video. So thank you for tuning in, and if you've tuned in until this point, please press that thumbs up button or the thumbs down, one or the other, and subscribe, like and comment. It helps the channel, and it helps you, it helps me, and it helps every enthusiast see these videos so they can get out more and they could help others, gain some knowledge. Also, I would like to give a big thank you to all the influencers and YouTubers, Instagrammers who are builders, content creators of whatever sort for mini four-wheel drive, because without you guys, honestly, it comes down to even the 10-year-old kid who is posting up his first, mini four-wheel drive box kit being built, which is a big inspiration in the end of the day to, log on to Instagram and see. So it definitely helps continue these videos for you guys. You're doing your part as I'm trying to do mine. So thanks for tuning in, and hope you like the rest of the video. hope you guys liked the B-roll of pictures, kind of progression build. But we're here now with a little bit of I guess you could say, closing video of the car, and I wanted to show you guys what we have going on here. This is the cool single armed body damper I finally ended up attacking, and I think I nailed it pretty good. I'm really happy with how it turned out, especially this body. Yeah, I really like all the little details. I really want to do this rear. I want to make a skid plate with roller bearings, since it has a pretty good height for it, and it'll work very nice. The inserts here of the carbon, this 3mm carbon inserted to the chassis, and then also another, I think these are like 1.5, 1.2mm pieces of carbon, also sandwiched on the side here and here and here. They're on the seams of the chassis, where they, I guess you could say, plastic weld the chassis together when they're making them or fusing them together from the factory. That's where they usually crack when you modify these chassis for open class. So since I've done so much to this chassis, I'm just trying to reinforce it so it doesn't break. And my intent is to having the chassis be really firm and having the arms, the bumpers, be nice and smooth and maneuverable. You see how nice and smooth? The front, really nice and smooth. So that's the goal, is to have the bumpers take the impact, have the chassis stay stable. So also, if your chassis stays non-flexible and stable, your drive shaft doesn't also flex too. So it won't get all wonky on you. But I really like how this body, this is actually from one of the FMA body kits. A friend of mine from the Bay Area gave it to me when we were racing together, from the backyard races. Bobby, shout out to you, bro. Thank you. I ended up actually using it for this build. I thought it would be a nice little addition. It was so temperamental to get that whole, let's see, I'll pull it off for you. I ended up using the back here. It was perfect. But yeah, thanks Bobby. Turned out great. And I'm not even painting it because I like how it has the black. It has the black with the white streaks on it, but very anime kind of. Yeah, you see a lot of people doing cars nowadays. They're painting cars and making it look like it's from an animated strip, with the black and white and all the muted colors. I think they look really cool. I was thinking if maybe to do that to my car, Lola would be looking like a trip. If you guys don't know, I have a Volkswagen MK5 R32, and that's Lola. But anyways, besides the point, this build has come along really nicely. I'm running a power dash in it. I think it's a 3 to 5 to 1 gear ratio. and has just a lot of reinforcement pieces. So right here you see this small little reinforcement piece. That's so the wheel bearing arch area doesn't crack. Right here. Usually it cracks along here, so I reinforced it along the whole area as like a T-plate. If you guys can see it any better. But this is the final rendition of the car, and I'm really happy with it. So we're gonna end the video with running the car instead of just overlooking it and talking about it. So thanks again for tuning in, and hope to catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned because I have quite a few projects lined up. So thank you again. Laters.